All right, now y'all, we back up in here. We back up in here with another one, man. So y'all know what y'all need to do for your boy on the way in, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, that subscribe, that share, turn them notifications on, all that in a bag of chips. We trying to grow. Y'all, we trying to grow around here. And we can only do it with y'all help. So yeah, we about to get back into it. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie though, man. We remixing tonight, y'all. We remixing tonight because I'm going back to one of these topics we ain't covered in a while, man. We ain't been covering relationship stuff, none of that stuff in a hot minute, y'all. And I said I was gonna step away from that shit for a little bit. Man, I ain't gonna lie though, we about to talk about this one tonight because I've been seeing some things that's reoccurring in my life, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all probably dealing with it because I know love was in the air at the beginning of this year, y'all. Love was in the air. You ain't got to take it from me. Just go ask your friends. Love was in the air at the beginning of this year, but it's funny how things play out over time. Now, the topic tonight is why women leave good men. I know I'm gonna get the ladies from the outside coming in. Like all that shit. And I'm gonna actually drop the link early in this bitch. Matter of fact, I'm actually put it in the chat now. I'm putting the link in the chat early just in case anybody want to come up and try to argue their point throughout. But I'm like, man, you got this old lily white lady about to tell people. She about to tell people what her breakdown is when it pertains to this topic. And I thought she gave a very interesting perspective on it, especially with her speaking from a woman's point of view. So I gotta respect that. But no, man, we gonna jump into this thing, man. Shout out to the channel. Let me see. The channel called Way to Life. Way to Life, y'all. Check them out. They got the check mark on their thing. Now I think that's their logo. Check mark, like the verified check mark. Y'all know what it look like. But yeah, we gonna go ahead and jump into this thing. Shout out to them. Get your cigarettes, get your weed, whatever you need, y'all, because we about to go. So guess what? Let's get it.
Of modern partnership is often defined more by its dissolution than its endurance. When we look at the hard data, the picture is sobering. Roughly 40 to 70% of first marriages in the United States end in divorce. And that
Damn. Hold up. My bad. Hold up. I know I messed it up, but either way though.
Damn.
All right, let's keep going.
That number climbs significantly for second and third marriages. But the statistics that often go unexamined are the ones that follow the final decree. Research consistently shows that women over the age of 45 face a disproportionate decline in their standard of living post-divorce, often cited as a drop of nearly 27 to 30%, while men frequently see a slight increase or stabilization. Beyond the finances, the regret research suggests a quiet, simmering reality. A significant portion of individuals who initiate divorce in midlife report, 5 to 10 years later, that they wish they had worked harder to preserve the connection. We are seeing a decline in...
Hey, y'all, for those in the back that didn't get that, it goes with that old saying that we used to say all the time, you don't know what you got until it's gone. Those people she talking about, like these people that initiated the divorce, like 5, 10 years later, they talk about how they regret it and they wish they could have worked it out. And you don't know what you got till it's gone.
Marriage rates globally, paired with an all-time high in reported loneliness among adults in their 50s.
Lonely ass people out
This
here.
isn't just a collection of numbers. It's a reflection of a profound psychological shift in how we perceive commitment, satisfaction, and the self. I'm sitting here today because I've lived inside those statistics.
Okay.
I am a woman in her late 40s, someone who has walked through the fire of a long-term marriage, the cold clarity of a divorce, and the exhausting wilderness of the dating world that follows. I'm not here to tell you what to do, and I'm certainly not here to tell you that men are the problem or that women are the problem. It's much heavier than that. It's about the things we don't say out loud, the internal monologues that drive us to tear down our lives, often without fully understanding why we're doing it until the dust has settled and the house is empty. At 34, I thought I knew everything about what I deserved. I thought my unhappiness was a diagnostic.
A key word that she said, deserved, y'all. Like, y'all know how I feel about when I hear people out here saying they deserve this and they deserve that. Like peek in on that key word, because I'm trying to tell you, you don't deserve a goddamn thing. I stand 10 toes on that one. You would hope that you get something. You would expect to get something, but you do deserve? But that word made up. Either way, though.
Is empty. At 34, I thought I knew everything about what I deserved. I thought my unhappiness was a diagnostic tool for my husband's failures. Now,
Dang.
with the benefit of time and a lot of painful honesty, I see that I was looking through a distorted lens. No one tells you how your own
See, she sounds like a healed woman. She sounds like a healed woman. She can actually come on the internet and tell you how she fucked up. Like she a healed woman. She was looking from this perspective when she should have been looking from this perspective, and now that she had this perspective, she kind of understand what the fuck. Like she sounds like a healed woman. But you know, I'm gonna let her keep going though, cause she cooking right now. I'm ready to hear what the hell. Like, give me the breakdown, baby.
internal anxiety can masquerade as a marital problem. No one explains that the freedom you're chasing often turns into a different kind of cage. Let's slow down and look at what's actually happening beneath the surface of a good enough marriage. 1. Why women leave good enough men.
The Chase Sapphire
We
Lounge
got
by the
commercials
club.
tonight, y'all. Don't get mad at me.
Ambiance.
I don't get y'all a Chase card or something like that. Don't get y'all no Chase card, man. Don't get their ass no money, bro. Don't get their ass shit. We gonna let it ride for a second. Yeah. Sapphire. They trying to show the card off like the card means something. Y'all notice that they do that on the car commercials? They be trying to show the car, making it all shiny and fancy looking. Like, don't nobody care about none of that shit.
Is a specific kind of unrest that settles into a woman's heart when a marriage is fine.
Hold
It's
on, we
not
gotta go back.
abusive.
Hold on, we gotta go back.
1. Why
Alright, here we go.
women leave good enough men.
Let's find out.
There is a specific kind of unrest that settles into a woman's heart when a marriage is fine. It's not abusive, there's no infidelity, he's a good father, he works hard, but there is a gap between the reality of the Tuesday night laundry and the fantasy of who she thought she would be by age 45. In our current culture, we've conflated dissatisfaction with danger. We've been told that if we aren't thriving or finding our bliss every single day, then we are being diminished. This creates a psychological distortion where a stable, predictable man begins to feel like an anchor dragging us to the bottom of the ocean.
Now think about that. And I say it all the time. I was talking to that teacher the other day on Omegle on here, and it's like these kids being entrenched in their phones, man. When you build up a fantasy, you see this fantasy constantly around you on a day-to-day basis. You believe that that's what your life should be. And most of the time, that shit is fake as hell. It's fake as hell. Most of them people ain't living that type of life where they doing some things that you wouldn't want to do to be doing the things that they doing. It's like it's a fantasy, and people will literally throw away what they have, and they'll have something really, really good, all because they think the grass is greener on the other side. And most of the time, it's not. 99.9% of the time, it's not. That's why I tell you it's even harder to get remarried. 40 to goddamn 70% first-time marriages, and it goes up for second and third marriages. That's pretty much non-marriage material after that.
The internal monologue sounds like this. Is this it? Is this the next 30 years? He's a good man, but he doesn't see me. I feel like a ghost in my own hallways. If I stay, I'm dying a slow death of boredom. I deserve to feel alive. We start to project our own internal stagnation onto our partner. If I feel dull, it must be because he is dulling me. If I feel uninspired, it must be because he isn't inspiring. This buildup happens silently over years. It's the death by 1,000 paper cuts. But the paper cuts are often just the mundane realities of adult life that we've decided are his fault. We begin to view good enough as a personal insult. We compare our internal reality, which is messy and anxious, to the curated external reality of friends or strangers on the internet.
That part. You know what the sad part is? What a lot of chicks I've noticed, and I know we doing relationship shit, so y'all got to keep it real with you. What I've noticed over the last couple of years and stuff is like the definition what the bare minimum was. I remember when the bare minimum was the good guy. Now the bare minimum is just the floor. Like, nigga, yeah, you got a job, you can take care of us, you got a house and everything, you financially straight, whatever, good looking, whatever the fuck. What else you do? That's what it seems like now. It's like, what else do you do? Got all that shit knocked out. That used to be the bare minimum. Like, man, look, a nigga got to at least have this shit for me to even deal with him. And you know, women were dealing with motherfuckers for less. They still do nowadays. But I'm like, man, a dude that's just going to work every day, got a decent job, got his finances straight, got his own career, got his own car, not relying on nobody and can actually provide and protect for you. That used to be what people search for. Now it's really like, what else can you do outside of that? It's like, really be wondering, like sometimes I be hearing some chicks be saying, I'm like, you asking? Shit, you don't even deserve to bear me. You need less. But that's me being mean. I can't be being mean like that. But either way though, let's keep going. She's getting caught up with what her friends talking about, what they doing, everybody else doing on the internet, and now you about to fuck up your relationship.
We develop a cognitive distortion where the absence of a soulmate connection is treated as an existential crisis. The tragedy is that we don't realize that the spark we are mourning is often just the absence of responsibility. We mistake the peace of a stable marriage for the stagnation of a failing one. When a woman leaves a good man, she is often running away from her own fear of aging, her own fear of being ordinary, and her own inability to sit with the quiet parts of life. We tell ourselves we are leaving him, but we are often trying to leave the version of ourselves that we've become in that house. 2. Anxiety versus fear versus insecurity. Let's talk about the internal weather of a woman in midlife, because it is far more turbulent than most men realize. There is a profound...
Hey, for y'all men that don't know, pay attention right here, because I know. I know I done seen it. Ooh-wee, I don't like it. I do not like it. Jesus Christ, I do not like it. Let's go.
Anxiety versus fear versus insecurity. Let's talk about the internal weather of a woman in midlife, because it is far more turbulent than most men realize. There is a profound anxiety that sets in when you realize you are closer to the end than the beginning. It manifests as a fear of being unseen. For many women, their identity has been consumed by being a mother, a wife, or a professional for decades.
I teach my kids to tackle their goals one step at a
Commercials,
time.
nigga.
A Regions Green Print Plan helped me build a down.
When the children start to grow or the career plateaus, an insecurity emerges. Who am I if I'm not being needed? Instead of facing that void, we look at our husbands and feel a sudden, sharp resentment because they seem comfortable. Their comfort feels like neglect. We feel a fear of time running out, the biological clock of our relevance. We start to wonder if we are settling for a life that is too small, and that anxiety becomes a lens that distorts every interaction. If he forgets to pick up the milk, it's no longer a minor lapse. It's proof that he doesn't value our labor. If he wants to watch a movie instead of having a deep philosophical conversation about our growth, it's proof that he's emotionally stunted. This is the pattern of female rumination. We take a small, isolated event and weave it into a grand narrative of emotional neglect. We tell...
How many ladies in the room done did that? Because I know a lot that done did it, bro. I'm trying to tell you to take one little small thing and just keep that shit going for years. It's like, God damn it, it was on Tuesday, Keisha. Fuck. It's like let it go. Like, what's going on?
Tell ourselves, if I'm feeling this anxious, it must be because this environment is unsafe. We confuse psychological discomfort with a lack of safety. We don't realize that our insecurity is actually about our own relationship with ourselves. We want him to be the cure for our internal restlessness.
Ain't gonna
and when
happen.
he inevitably fails to be the fixer of our soul, we decide he is the problem.
Every time.
It is a terrifying realization to admit that you are unhappy, not because of your marriage, but because of your own unexamined fears of becoming irrelevant or old. 3. The illusion of grass is greener. Social media has been a poison.
I'm gonna stop right there on that one. Because the sad part, that applies to men and women. That point right there that she just got at applies to men and women. Like, you will really start to realize, y'all, how much of control you have over the bullshit that you deal with in your life. I truly mean that. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Once you realize how much control you have over the bullshit that happens in your life, because bullshit happens every day. Once you realize that shit, you'll avoid a lot of bullshit. Now, on the back end, when you're avoiding a lot of bullshit and you still deal with bullshit, you get a little bit more pissed off. But you will avoid a lot of mundane bullshit that happens every day. Monday through Sunday type shit. Like, certain people, you know, they always come with some bullshit. Just remove yourself from their presence. Don't be around it. There's certain coworker at your job that's always annoying. Just go the other way. Like, once you know you got power to just fucking avoid these motherfuckers, like the goddamn dodge it like the fucking Matrix. You have the power to do that, dude. You ain't gonna have that many problems now. I ain't gonna lie though. But when shit do happen, you ain't gonna lie. You gonna get pissed off because it's gonna be interrupting your peace. But that's for men and women. A lot of us put ourselves in situations where we invite problems into our lives. And once you start to read the situation before it happens, you can avoid a lot of problems. I ain't gonna bullshit. I just recently invited a lot of problems in my life, but I'm willing to roll the dice on the shit. I'm a gambling man, y'all. But some of y'all shouldn't be gambling on shit, man. Just identify the problem and avoid the fucking problem. Either way, let's keep going because we got to get to number 2 or 3. Is it 3? I think we're on 3.
It is a terrifying realization to admit that you are unhappy, not because of your marriage, but because of your own unexamined fears of becoming irrelevant or old.
It's because of you.
3. The illusion of grass is greener. Social media has been a poison.
I need that sea breezy sound. And greener on the other side. I can't sing, y'all, so it don't really matter. But yeah, I need that clip. Drop that right in, but I don't know how often somebody gonna say that shit.
For the long-term marriage, it provides a 24/7 feed of the life you could have had. We see our single friends going on trips, or women our age starting over with the love of their life, and we don't see the bills, the loneliness, or the fact that those relationships are often in the honeymoon phase that will eventually fade into the same laundry and milk reality we are fleeing. This comparison culture creates a
You're not, and I be trying to tell this to ladies, man. Look, you're not gonna always be. Your relationship is not gonna be exactly how it started off. Like that's literally the honeymoon phase. That's where y'all are both figuring each other out. Y'all doing exciting things. Y'all trying to impress each other. And the sad part for the dudes, I know a lot of dudes be going into debt off of that shit. And ladies, y'all most of y'all getting a free ride off of it, so y'all don't probably understand it. But it's like that shit is not sustainable for a long period of time. That excitement that y'all had in the very beginning is going to turn into Monday through fucking Sunday type shit where you just got to get shit done and y'all working together and y'all grinding, but y'all together. A lot of ladies get bored with that shit. Then they look at other people doing shit and they think that's what it is. Like, bitch, that same shit gonna happen in this shit. If you lead this to go to that, the same shit gonna happen, and probably you just gonna get smutted out. But a lot of chicks, they be thinking the grass green on the other side, and some dudes be thinking that shit too. For the guys that like to leave a lot of relationships, man, sometimes they might be leaving thinking there's gonna be something better out there. You never know. But grass ain't green on the other side all the time. It ain't. I can guarantee you that.
Persistent restlessness that we mistake for incompatibility. We start to build a fantasy partner in our heads, someone who is as steady as our husband, but as exciting as
that whole looking for Keith.
The stranger, someone who works 60 hours a week, but is always home and present, someone who is rugged, but deeply sensitive to our every mood shift. The fantasy grows precisely because communication with the real man has shrunk. It's easier to imagine a perfect stranger than to do the hard work of reintroducing yourself to the man sitting across from you at dinner. We have emotional affairs with the idea of a different life. I remember looking at my own life and thinking, if I were alone, I would be so much more productive. I would be so much more me.
When business slowed, Hank asked co-pilot himself how to help bring back the $1 slice.
The fuck Hank
Suddenly,
talking about?
Hank says, you gotta try this place,
man,
kind of
nobody want no $1 pizza, nigga.
Hank makes the pizza, co-pilot. And
hey, look, man, you selling the pizza for $1, man. I want to know what you made that pizza out of. Especially when it looked like he in New York. Hank bring back the $1 pizza. What that pizza made out of? $1?
Does the spreadsheet.
This is Expedience Gym.
Oh, hell
no.
no.
If you're not familiar with Expedience Gym,
don't put none of that shit in your house, y'all. Y'all don't ever put none of that bullshit in your house on home workout shits, man. Unless you get in a treadmill, man, you might as well leave the rest of that shit alone. I be seeing so many people wasting money on them ellipticals and weights and shit. Like, y'all ain't gonna use that shit, bro. Just get you a treadmill if it come down to it. If you won't get something. I tell you, don't even get that shit either, man. Just get you a gym membership. Either way, though, she about to get back into it. Let's see what she got, man. We're gonna go back a little bit. Yeah, let's go back a little bit.
If I were alone, I would be so much more productive.
No, you wouldn't.
I would be so much more me. But the me I was looking for wasn't hidden in a new apartment or a new man. It was buried under my own resentment. We don't realize that when we leave, We take ourselves with us. The restlessness follows you. The greener grass is often just plastic. It looks perfect from a distance, but it has no roots, no history, and no shade to offer when things get hot. 4. Financial misunderstanding about divorce.
Yeah. Unless you got to break down this money part, because a lot of chicks be getting married trying to get a bag. Think that money gonna make you happy. Let's find out what she got to say.
This is the part that no one wants to hear because it feels cold and unromantic. But we have to talk about the math. There is a massive psychological shock that hits women about 2 to 4 years after a divorce. In the beginning, there is the high of freedom. You have your own space, your own decor, your own schedule. But then the reality of asset division sets in. You realize that 2 households cost twice as much to run as one, but the income hasn't doubled. Alimony is increasingly rare and almost never permanent. The job market for a woman in her 50s who may have taken time off for children is brutal. I have seen so many women move from a comfortable upper middle class life into a state of perpetual financial tightness that they weren't prepared for.
Me too. So all these chicks that be out here on the internet talking about leave him, leave your husband, all that, they broke and miserable. Majority of them are broke and miserable. They struggling. They might not be out here shaking a can for change and shit, but they not living the life that they want to live. And in their mind, they done hit rock bottom, but they won't admit it. Like a lot of these chicks be out here leaving their man. I'm like, look, bro, I don't know what you think is out there for you. Well, you already found one sucker to goddamn take you home, bro. Yeah, I don't think you want to roll the dice on another one, bro. Because some of y'all ain't built for it, man. But I don't know, man. Let her keep going, bro. That shit funny, man.
The 50-50 custody arrangements that are now standard mean that you are not only losing your partner, but you are losing 50% of your time with your children. Time you can never get back.
Ain't getting it back.
You find yourself sitting in a smaller, quieter house, wondering why you're suddenly worried about the cost of a car repair or a dental bill. The financial fear that creeps in after the initial liberation wears off is a heavy burden.
And think about this shit. The dude been dealing with that shit the whole time he was in a relationship. So for those that want to sit and talk shit, all those things that she's saying that the woman would have to worry about now, the dude was worrying about that when he was with her. And he still got to keep worrying about that shit. I'm like, a lot of people don't be thinking about the situations that they actually in, man. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. They don't be thinking about what the fuck they doing, man. We got Uncanny in the building, man. He said, "What up, broski?" Man, what the fuck is going on with you, Uncanny? But what up, though? Hell, ain't no broski around this bitch, man. But nah, like, pay attention to what she's talking about, man. Like, for real, really think about what she's saying, man. Because she says she a woman that went through this, so she pretty much giving her own account of the things she realized once she did this dumb shit. This for the ladies tonight, y'all. This ain't even for the dudes, man. It's for the ladies.
It adds a layer of stress that makes it even harder to find the happiness you left to pursue. You realize too late that the boring stability your husband provided was actually the floor that allowed you to dream in the first place. When you pull that floor out from under yourself, you don't fly. You just fall to a lower level. 5. Leadership and emotional safety. We need to talk about what women actually mean when they say they want to feel safe. It's rarely about physical protection in the modern world. It's about,
hey, gentlemen, this for y'all right here, though,
emotional and decisional safety. When a woman feels like she is the only one steering the ship, deciding the schedules, managing the finances, planning the future, she begins to feel unheld. An absence of direction from a man feels, to a woman's nervous system, like instability. This is,
and I want to put this in here for my brothers and sisters, brothers and sisters. Ladies, I also want y'all to understand when the motherfucker trying to do that leadership type shit and y'all talking shit, that kind of make a motherfucker want to check the fuck out. Just letting you know. Just throwing it up there, man. When a dude trying to guide the ship and you always saying, go left, nigga, like, he get a little pissed off that shit. It make him just say, look, I don't even want to do it. Like, bro, fuck it, you got it. But here you go, we got Uncanny in the building, man. I got Uncanny, man. That working, man. What's up, man?
Are you I want to ask you a question, but I don't know.
Go ahead, man. Fuck it. You already know it. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead. Here you go. It's about to be bad.
No.
Yeah.
Do I know?
Yeah. He got bad internet, y'all. He got bad internet right now. But either way, though, go ahead, ask the question.
Do I have bad internet?
Yeah, a little bit. But either way, though, what's the question? Come on, hit me with a question.
You and your subject matter the same?
No, I don't go on revenge tour like you, buddy.
What revenge tour? I didn't go on no revenge tour.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. But nah, it doesn't have to do nothing to me. Like, yo, any thoughts on the video so far? Because I got to keep playing. I got to get through this. Hoe. What you got?
Try to like listen to it, but you're right about my bad internet. I had a
I did not hear that last part. Yeah, I'm about to say I ain't hear half of that shit right there. It might be because it looked like what you in a parking deck or some shit.
Yeah, the parking garage.
Oh yeah, man. Like them bitches be blocking goddamn signals and shit.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
Oh, I said, first of all, I didn't go on no revenge tour. I'm talking about. Second of all, I read some of the comments on your short, your videos. And so I was gonna call you and ask, but you know,
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ, I can't talk about personal stuff right now. This is terrible. This is terrible. I can't. You are ruining the show. You are ruining the show right now.
I get to see the video. Just found out you were on. You come on 10.
Now look, in the sad part, YouTube, can y'all please stop throttling the fucking channel? Please. Can y'all just stop doing that? Like, this is my plea to YouTube. I'm literally gonna clip this and just like put it up for just a single video. YouTube, I don't know what I did to you, but hey baby, I'm sorry. Can you please stop throttling this fucking channel?
Maybe
Thank
if
you.
you
Much
stop,
appreciated.
maybe if you stop saying that the country that you live in is bombing schools, you probably wouldn't be in the situation you're in.
Hey man, look, hey man, they've been doing it way before they bombed that school. And hey, y'all need to stop bombing them schools. Like for
They
real
said,
though.
now I know why I came up. Oh yeah, you seen what happened recently with no, it's off subject.
Red. I was just burping. I was just burping.
Oh,
Go ahead.
one of the leaders got disfigured or something. They said that the bomb blew off his arm or leg or something.
Oh Lord Jesus Christ. And Kenny, I need you to just come around next time we doing the war talk show. Because I can give you some information because I think you behind the 8 ball on this shit.
Behind the 8 ball. I don't know about politics. I just know that America is whooping their ass, right? Dropping bombs on them like it's like crazy.
Well, if that's the case, I don't know why Trump was begging all the European countries and all them to come help him out. I don't know why he did that today. Twice, but you know, we winning, baby. We win. Hey, look, we winning, bro. We out there winning. Please come help us, though.
I don't know, man. You know how it is. The
Please
media.
help me, please. Please come help me right now.
Well, I don't have enough time, but I will say one thing. When it comes to these, depending on who's the worst one, the one that has to themselves.
That's what I'm talking about. I ain't hear none of that shit, but that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. Sometimes it's the man. Sometimes it's the woman.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss, man. I would say it's 50-50, but it ain't 50-50.
And I can't even troll. Let me let you go. I just wanted to come up. I'll probably come up in like 30 minutes.
All right, man. Look, do it up, man. Come with better internet connection next time, though. Come with better internet connection and stay on topic. Stay on topic, all right?
Okay, broski.
All right, now I don't know who that is. But either way, though, get the hell out of here, Kenny. All right, y'all, we're going to get back to it. I know that little sidebar, man, but let's get back to what the lady's saying. She telling us some stuff right now. I'm actually going to full screen her up for a second. Yeah, go ahead and get her going.
This is where the misunderstanding happens. A man thinks, I'm giving her what she wants by letting her choose. I'm being easygoing. But to her, that easygoing nature feels like he's checked out. It feels like he doesn't care enough to lead. On the flip side, men often think they are providing safety by working more. They think, if I provide a bigger house and a better retirement, she will feel secure. But if that work comes at the cost of his presence, she interprets his absence as abandonment. It's a tragic misalignment of language. He is speaking the language of provision, and she is speaking the language of presence. When she feels unsafe, she becomes critical. When she becomes critical, he withdraws to protect himself. When he withdraws, she feels even more unsafe. It is a spiral that ends in a total collapse of intimacy. She isn't trying to be a nag. She is a person in a state of panic, trying to poke him until he wakes up and takes the wheel. But he doesn't see a woman in panic. He sees a woman who is never satisfied.
And that means, like, look, y'all be like, I heard this, and y'all all know this was a thing, man. Y'all know it's a thing. We're talking about men are not emotionally intelligent and shit like that. And I'm like, look, man, and when it really comes down to it, ladies, y'all say men don't communicate. Y'all need to open up y'all motherfucking mouth and let a motherfucker know what it is. I'm being real. Because we ain't no fucking mind readers, bro. We are not mind readers, man. You need to open up your motherfucking mouth and say what the fuck it is. And then maybe we can do something about it. But we don't know. We don't know. We got probably bigger fish to fry. And we ain't probably paying attention to that shit. Open up your mouth and say something. Please. I'm trying to tell you, motherfuckers, they be building their own fucking sandcastle out here. Be building their own sandcastle and be thinking it's somebody else's fault.
6. Emotional spiral thinking. Once the story of a failing marriage takes hold in a woman's mind, she begins to engage in what psychologists...
It's over with. Y'all, it's over with. She think this shit over with. It's over with, bro. It's over with. So we might well hang the curtain and go and bring them in here. Y'all gonna sweep up, bro. We ain't come back in no more.
Call negative sentiment override. This is a terrifyingly efficient process where the brain begins to rewrite the past. Every happy memory is re-examined through a dark lens. Was he actually happy at our wedding, or was he just performing? Was that vacation actually good, or was I just pretending? We start to curate a list of grievances that spans decades. We withhold affection as a form of self-protection, but we tell ourselves we're doing it because he hasn't earned it. We start testing him. We set up these invisible hurdles. If he really loved me, he would know I'm upset without me saying it. And when he inevitably fails because he's not a mind reader, we use it as evidence for the divorce case we are building in our heads.
Crazy. That's what crazy people do. Plain simple. That's what crazy people do.
This process is incredibly lonely. You are living with a man, sharing a bed with him, but you are mentally and emotionally packing your bags every single day. By the time a woman actually says, I want a divorce, she has usually been divorcing him in her mind for 2 or 3 years. The man is blindsided because he...
Hold on. Where Kevin at?
Oh, damn.
How long she said?
And emotionally packing your bags every single day. By the time a woman actually says, I want a divorce, she has usually been divorcing him in her mind for 2 or 3 years.
One more time, Kevin. Matter of fact, nah, give me burn.
That ain't right. It ain't right.
That shit ain't right, y'all. Let's keep going. Damn.
The man is blindsided because he didn't see the silent withdrawal, the testing, or the rewriting of history. He thinks it's a sudden fire. She's been watching the house smolder for 1,000 days.
Ever since my dermatologist recommended use Radiant Tone, I'm kind of obsessed with the results. I just keep getting better.
When you picture...
It's called soap and fucking water. That's what you need to put on your face. Soap and fucking water. Put some cocoa butter on afterwards.
The future of work. What do you see? We see Keisha. After I sold my salon.
Hell nah, y'all ain't gonna be pimping out Keisha like that. JP Morgan, nigga. Y'all motherfucking part of the slave trade.
1,000 days. 7. The regret phase, years later. Regret is a slow-moving animal. It doesn't usually arrive in the first year. The first year is about survival and the rush of the new. Regret usually arrives around year 3 or 4, when the new life has become the old life. It happens on a Tuesday night when you're sick and there's no one to bring you tea who knows exactly how you like it. It happens when something funny happens at work and you realize the only person who would truly get the joke is the person you no longer speak to. Ego prevents us from admitting this early on. We've told everyone how much better we are. We've posted the new chapter photos. To admit regret would be to admit a catastrophic error in judgment. But
yeah, don't want to be out here looking stupid. Knowing you did something stupid, but you don't want to look stupid. Your pride too strong to admit that you did something stupid, but you probably did something. Y'all go ahead and say it with me. Stupid. Either way, though.
The reality of loneliness is hard to ignore. You realize that the boring man was also the man who knew your medical history, who loved your parents, who shared a 20-year shorthand with you. You realize that dating in your 50s is not a romantic comedy. It's a series of interviews with people who have...
It's a series of nasty. Don't nobody want to see two old people fucking. That shit just nasty, man. Just nasty. And I know I'm going to get that one day. It's nasty, though. You need to keep that shit to yourself. I be seeing these old-ass ladies go out wearing these skimpy-ass clothes and shit. Old men showing off they taco meat. That shit is nasty, bruh. Put it up. You had time, bruh. You had time to do that. Them days behind you, bruh. They days behind you, bruh. That shit nasty.
Their own baggage, their own resentments, and their own histories that you will never be a part of. You miss the emotional familiarity. You miss being known. You realize that you traded a good enough life for a life that is sharply lonely. The freedom you wanted is just an empty house. 8. Aging and dating reality. We have to be honest about the market for dating in midlife. And I say this with love and respect for every woman listening. The reality of dating at 55 is fundamentally different than dating at 25.
Yeah, it's fundamentally non-existent. Like on some real ass shit, it is some slim pick. I'm 36. I could be single right now and fucking go out here and date, and then like it's hard to run across a good one, y'all. It's hard to run across a good one. Picture doing that shit at 50. Picture doing that shit at 50. You literally locked into a routine. Your lifestyle is not really gonna fucking provide you the opportunity to really be out and seeing new people, unless you're just trying to go out there and run and find it. And when I see them old ladies going out there, and I see them at the clubs where we be at and shit, I'm like, man, these hoes, they searching, bro. They searching. They desperate than a motherfucker because they probably did something in their past that fucked it up. Probably had somebody that was down the ride with them, but they probably wasn't up the tier, you know. At the time, it's like, now you out here searching, but that motherfucker gave a fuck about you. And he probably done moved on and got him a bad bitch. It's usually how it works.
25, you are dating for potential. At 55, you are dating for stability and compatibility. But the pool of men is much smaller and much more complicated. Many of the good men are still married. The ones who are single are often there because they are just as traumatized or done as you are. They're
gave up. Say fuck. Then dudes I used to go on solo say, man, I'm gonna be a fucking, what's that term they used to use for dudes that never really had sex with women, never procreated? They used to call them what's that word, y'all? I gotta say it before I play the video. They ain't hermits. It's not hermits. It's on tip of my tongue, y'all. It's gonna come back to me. It's gonna come back to me in a second. If I linger on it, I ain't gonna remember it. But a lot of dudes done went throughout life without procreating at all. Like, they done did that. Like, dudes are kind of used to it. But yes, some of them dudes that be out there that be still getting, maybe some dudes that out there just be fucking bitches just don't want to get no relationship, like on some real ass shit. But majority of them, they out here just perpetually ain't never got no pussy type shit. Can't get no women type shit. Maybe had one and it was over with, like type shit. Usually type shit. Either way, though.
There is an emotional fatigue that permeates midlife dating. No one has the energy to play the games anymore, but no one has the vulnerability left to truly let someone in. And then there is the biological reality. Men, for better or worse, often look for younger women when they start over, while women often look for peers. This creates a mathematical imbalance that leaves many brilliant, beautiful, successful women in their 50s and 60s entirely alone.
But ain't nobody want that shit, man. And the sad part is like, motherfuckers will yell from the mountaintops that ain't right, but you can't control what people like. Because when you was 20 in 21, 22, 23, you ain't had no problem with the 30 to 32-year-old, 33-year-olds hollering at your ass, 28-year-olds, the older guys, because they had more. But once you get to the age of them guys and you, whatever reason y'all decide to go left or right, don't get mad that them same dudes your age ain't trying to holler at you, because most dudes want younger girls. Like, it just happens like that. Now, I ain't saying it like the way them dudes in the red pill be saying it, because I ain't gonna lie. Half of them dudes, they suspect. I don't even know if they pedos or they just gay. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what they be on half the time. But dudes do usually prefer a younger girl. But it ain't like a top-notch thing in his head. He look at a girl, and most of the times she just end up to be younger than him. Whether it's like super young, now that's weird. But I mean, within a couple years or some shit. 10, 12, 13. Oh, I need to stop, y'all. Let's keep going, man.
I've watched friends who were sure they would find their soulmate after their divorce realize 5 years later that they are simply not going to find anyone who compares to the shared history they threw away.
Goddamn cigarette off of that one.
Stability, which seemed so boring at 40, becomes the most attractive quality in the world at 60.
Hey, we got this old mattress.
God damn.
And
How about you beat with a better deal on one of these fresh setups?
Goddamn waterbed. How many of y'all ever had a waterbed, man? How many of y'all ever slept on a waterbed? Because I know a lot of people probably didn't have a waterbed, but you ever slept on a waterbed? Bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. That was like one of the dumbest inventions, but it's a different type of sleep, y'all. It's a different type of sleep. Depending on what material they use to actually keep that water in there. It's a different type of sleep, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Fucking on them hoes is a bitch. I ain't gonna lie, you cannot get no balance on that bitch.
But by then, the man who provided it is building a new life with someone else. And if I could sit every man down and explain one thing, it's this. Your silence is not peace to her. It is emptiness. Men often think that if they aren't yelling and they are providing, they are doing their job. They don't understand that a woman's internal world is a constant stream of assessment and emotional checking. When you don't offer...
But... see, and that is something that I believe is true. A lot of dudes don't understand. There's a lot of shit going on inside of their head or whatever the fuck that they dealing with. They have emotional sparks, chemical imbalances, and all that shit. My point at the end of it is, why the fuck is that my problem to deal with? Why is it my fault? That's where I always land at. Like, I understand you got fucked up shit going on, but that's on you to figure it the fuck out. Just like, and I can be there to help you with it and shit, but it shouldn't be a burden to me. Just like whatever the fuck I got going on. I don't believe in being in a relationship and putting my problems off on the person that I'm with. Like, they're supposed to be somebody to help me get through my problems, but my problems are not supposed to burden them. They got their own shit that they fucking doing. But I think that comes from people being inconsiderate. They feel like they deserve to have that. I deserve for you to take all my shit and fucking fix it. But in return, they ain't finna take none of your shit. You finna take none of your shit. And you probably in a position where you don't even want to give your shit away. You just want to handle your own. Like, I get it, but like, for real, that's a self-fix problem right there. You need to go talk to somebody about that shit or whatever the fuck. I don't know what you need to do. Take some fucking medicine or something. Drink the medicine, bitch. I don't know. But you got to handle your own shit, bro. We all got to handle our own shit and then bring that shit into a relationship. Don't come in fucked up. And most of it's going to be fucked up anyways. But, like, control your fucked upness and try to work on it while you're in a relationship. Hopefully that relationship helps with it. But it ain't the other person's responsibility to fix your shit, bro. Fix your own shit, bro. Fix it.
Emotional reassurance when you don't say, I see how hard you're working, or I'm still in this with you. She starts to feel like she's living in a void. Men often say, I'm working for us, and they mean it. They are sacrificing their time and their health to provide, but they don't realize that to a woman, a husband who is always working is just a husband who is never there.
Hey, Bernie, where you at?
That ain't right. That ain't right. It ain't right.
Motherfucker out here killing himself, and motherfucker still looking at you like, man, that motherfucker ain't never here. It's like, you been some lights on, ho. All them lights on. All them fucking lights on. You still able to get on Netflix? You still able to get on Hulu? Gas in the car? Insurance paid? Car clean? Trash taken out? Like, shit. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes dudes need to like put this word into their vocabulary. Just this nice little quick sentence. Sometimes you just need to be able to say, then shut the fuck up, bruh. Shut the fuck up. Because it's most of the time it's up here, bruh. A lot of the problems that like transpire in a lot of relationships, especially when she's talking about on the lady side, majority of the time it's coming from up here. It's not coming from nothing that's going on in society, nothing that you're actually fucking doing. It's coming from up here. Motherfucker in their own fucking head. Fucking shit up.
She doesn't want the bigger house as much as she wants to know that if she falls apart, you will be the one to catch her. When you don't engage with her panic or her nagging by getting to the root of the fear, you are essentially leaving her to drown in her own anxiety. You think you're giving her space to calm down. She thinks you're watching her struggle and doing nothing. And to the women, we don't understand the sheer weight of being evaluated every single day. A man in a long-term marriage often feels like he is a student in a class where the teacher is constantly changing the syllabus and he's failing every test.
Changing the rules while we go through the relationship. On Tuesday, I like motherfucking goddamn fucking red flowers. On fucking Friday, bitch, I never like red flowers. I like blue. Why don't you figure it the fuck out? Changing the goddamn syllabus. I don't even know why she said syllabus. But either way, though, that's a good word to use, syllabus. A lot of dudes be dealing with that shit, man. It's just crazy in the head, man.
He carries a silent pressure to perform, to provide, to protect, to be the rock. But he is also being told he's not sensitive enough, not present enough, not evolving enough.
That part.
Constant criticism doesn't make a man change. It makes him shut down. When we criticize him, we think we are helping him improve so the relationship can be better. He doesn't hear help. He hears that he is not enough.
And that's literally what they be saying. That's what they be saying. It ain't no help. Help, nigga, I'm struggling right now. It's like, nigga, you ain't doing shit, motherfucker. It's like, he looking at him like, man, you better get the fuck out of my face.
He hears that the person he has dedicated his life to doesn't actually like him. The pain of being replaced or discarded after decades of effort is a soul-crushing experience for a man. They don't talk about it. They don't have the same support groups women do. They just go quiet. They shut down their hearts to survive the rejection. We don't realize that our honesty about our dissatisfaction can be a weapon that destroys the very man we wanted to love us. We are sold a version of freedom that is entirely consumerist. We are told that freedom is the ability to choose a new partner, a new city, a new vibe. But real freedom is actually the ability to stay. It is the freedom to be known, flaws and all, and not be discarded. The freedom of being single at 55 is often just the freedom to be ignored by a world that prizes youth. It's the freedom to manage every crisis alone. It's the freedom to realize that the shackles of your marriage were actually the things that kept you grounded. I've spent many nights in my free life wondering why I wanted it so badly. I realized that I didn't want freedom from my husband. I wanted freedom from the responsibility of being an adult. I wanted to be a girl again with no bills and no emotional labor. But you can't go back. You can only go forward. And going forward alone is a lot harder than going forward with a good enough man who has seen you at your worst and still stayed. If you have already left, or if you are in the middle of it, the hardest thing you will have to do is confront your own ego. The ego will tell you that you had to leave to save yourself. And maybe in some cases, that's true. But in many cases, we leave to save our image of ourselves. We can't admit that we are just as much to blame for the coldness in the house as he is. Rebuilding your life requires a level of brutal honesty that most people aren't ready for. It requires looking at your new, free life and asking, am I actually happier or am I just busier? There is a loneliness that no one posts on social media. It's the loneliness of the second half of life. It's the realization that
Hey, correction though, they is kind of posting those videos. I mean, y'all go over to TikTok and y'all can see them. I regret my divorce, and just look on them. Man, there's a bunch of old chicks on there. That should be funny. I ain't gonna lie, to me, it's funny because when they tell you the story, they kind of tell on themselves and like, you didn't think that was going. So you really thought that was gonna turn out good or some shit. I ain't gonna lie, I don't mean to be laughing, but it should be funny though.
You are the only one who remembers your children's first steps in the way a parent does. You can tell a new partner about it, but they weren't there. They don't know. That shared history is the true currency of long-term love. And once you spend it, it's gone. You can't buy it back with a new romance. I'm not saying you should stay in a situation that is toxic or where there is no respect. I am not advocating for suffering. What I am saying is that we need to get much better at distinguishing between a bad marriage and a hard season. We need to get better at realizing that our own internal anxieties and the pressures of a grass is greener culture are often the real enemies, not the man sitting across the table. I'm saying understand what you're walking into before you walk out. Understand that the more you think you deserve might just be a fantasy, and the good enough you're leaving might be the very thing you spend the rest of your life trying to find again. Look at him. Really look at him. Not as a project or a disappointment, but as a human being who is just...
Hey, shit, you picked him. Like, that's the crazy part. You did pick the motherfucker.
Just as tired and just as scared as you are.
Yeah, she done, man. And the sad part, whoever made this video, you can tell they did it with AI. That's an AI lady. That ain't no real lady right there. They ain't want to put their face on it. I wonder if a dude made this, though. I ain't gonna hold you. I wonder if a dude made this. Because, like, a lot of the points I can agree with, like, a lot of people are playing in their own heads, y'all. They playing in their own heads when it comes down to their relationships. And I think a lot of people take their relationships for granted when it comes down to it. And it makes you really, really think. And I'm gonna give y'all an example of it because we got to switch the pace up a little bit. And I haven't covered this guy in a hot minute, man. Manosphere Highlights Daily, man. They actually had a sit down conversation on one of them like wannabe Jubilee type videos, you know, where they bring people in from the city and, you know, they ask them different questions. And this was a lot of people about their relationships and shit. I want y'all to hear this shit, bro. This shit was kind of crazy when I heard it. And this actually is the perfect the perfect topic to actually like show this and talk about it. So either way though, man, shout out to Manosphere Highlights Daily, man. Let's go ahead and jump into this one real quick, like, and see what the hell we got.
Are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the Manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
I don't think I know that I'm single because truly at heart I'm the problem.
Black in the Midwest, opinionated, loud, argumentative.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily.
Yes,
this is it. You clicked on our classic thumbnail that says, guess who looks stupid now? Or guess who looks stupid again? These are the videos you need to save and share. Why?
Why?
Because these are the true Manosphere and Red Pill talking points. The kind that can't be denied, can't be disputed. They will checkmate any naysayer and discredit.
Not that Myron Gaines shit and all them other ones, Andrew Tate and all them little weird motherfuckers. Not that, they just ain't that shit. They kind of fucked it up though. I ain't gonna hold you, man. They fucked that shit all the way the fuck up, really bad. But nah, this ain't that shit. This that real shit. Let's get to that real shit.
Every single time. Like I always say, women will always tell on themselves. Just let them talk long enough and ask the right questions. So what is the right question?
I'm going to attempt to do something real, and it just depends on how much you guys want to participate. The question is that I want to ask everybody, why do you think you're single? And if it's just because you're not looking for anything, then that's all you have to say. But if you are looking for something and you have the courage to say that you are, even though, you haven't found him yet, that would be kind of cool.
Classic open question, not yes or no. The kind of question that lets her talk. Shout out to Counterpoint for this.
So with that being said, is anybody comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is key. The women on this panel, they are fully comfortable with everything they're about to say. Everything. So brace yourself. Let's get into it.
Why do you think you're single?
I think I'm single. One, I was very career focused for a long time. But now that I have built that, I've been learning how to kind of manage.
Y'all in the back that didn't understand why he put that laugh in there. If you were clearly focused, and this is a conversation about relationships, how did you end up in the situation that you're in if you were clearly focused? Obviously, you weren't.
Okay.
One more time.
This is key. The women on this panel, they are fully comfortable with everything they're about to say. Everything. So brace yourself. Let's get into it.
Why do you think you're single?
I think I'm single. One, I was very career focused for a long time.
My bad.
But
my bad, y'all. She said career. Either way, though, that tells you the answer too.
Now that I have built that, I've been learning how to kind of manage my time better. And I haven't had the opportunity to give that a chance, but I think managing my time has been a real focus in this healing year that I've been doing.
Modern women are career focused. In other words, they prioritize educating themselves to be a wife for their future employer. That's why it doesn't matter what men want. That's why she sucks at being a girlfriend, because that's not what she prioritized. So now that she's reached her goal, career woman, accomplished, successful, she's looking for a wife, not a husband, a wife. But the moment she finds a man wife, that turns her off. Welcome to dysfunction.
But also I have really weird hobbies. My house is very like Victorian type of style. I work at a thrift store. I have very odd.
I'm sorry, yo. I gotta come on screen for this one. Where the fuck she said she worked? Cause she look young. I bet money she younger than me. She achieved her career and did it all up. And where she worked?
My house is very like Victorian type of style. I work at a thrift store.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that?
I'm just gonna let it go full screen, bro. Fuck it, man. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
I have very odd furniture. I have taxidermy with like hats.
Run! Get to the chopper!
So I will say have weird hobbies.
Guys, she is the one saying this. Weird hobbies, odd furniture, taxidermy cats, Victorian house. As the saying goes, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them. She knows it's weird. She knows it's odd. She is fully aware. That's what I want you to take away.
First things first, I think I'm single because I live in the Midwest. I'm Black. I'm opinionated. I'm a lot of things that like I think a lot of men right now don't want, but I don't.
Yeah, that blonde hair might be one part of it too, because we know that ain't yours, baby girl. I'm being honest with you, and a lot of dudes don't like that shit. I know the ladies love y'all hair and all that woo stuff, man. Rah 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 to y'all, but we don't like it as dudes, so we don't. And you might not get picked based off of your hair. Just throwing it out there to you.
I also only date men.
Lord, bro, these commercials, bro.
This is pure gold. How to confirm every stereotype and red flag about Black women in dating in 15 seconds. She said it herself. I'm from the Midwest. Don't say you're from the Midwest just to make everybody in that area look bad. She's Black. Yes, Black women have to work extra hard because the stereotypical behavior she just displayed, it's not only ingrained in men's minds, it's been a hot topic in this space since the beginning of YouTube and even many years before that. Once again, she knows exactly what she brings to the table, and she's saying it out loud to a camera in front of people like it's a personality quirk and not a product defect. I'm opinionated. Translation, I'm combative. I'm difficult to deal with. I'm a lot of things that men don't want right now. Translation, I'm not feminine. I'm disrespectful. I'm exhausting to be with. I know my market value and I'm overpriced. I also don't only date men. Translation, I bring chaos. Now, pay attention to what she says next.
I think the reason I'm single is also because I've actively like made sure not to put myself out there really this last year or so after being in like such a terrible situationship. I was just like, I actually don't care to seek out love. Whatever will come to me, and then I'll put it on the chopping block for whether or not it's for me or whether or not it is or isn't.
This is where you come in as a man. Watch our movie breakdown videos. See how Hollywood pushes this narrative. Women fully aware of their dysfunction, yet still put on a pedestal by high-value men. It doesn't work without your consent. Men are the prize. Men have always taken care of women who bring nothing but liabilities to the table.
And I know that probably pissed off the ladies, any ladies that might be watching that. But men are the prize. I know people will disagree with it, but I'm like, and you kind of win a person that's supposed to protect you, provide for you, you know, be there for you emotionally. All the things that you dabble up in your head, if that guy is actually that, wouldn't he be the prize? Wouldn't he be the prize? But a lot of ladies chalk it up to, I look good, I'm the prize. Like, that's not the fucking prize. Like, that goddamn Lamborghini outside look good too. But that bitch is a goddamn fucking depreciating asset too. That's not the prize. That motherfucker looking at, I bought it off the lot and goddamn driving that motherfucker. Like, be real with you, but you know, people don't like those analogies.
All in the name of love. That's what these women are banking on. That's why they're so comfortable airing their dysfunction for the world to see. Dating apps have given women the illusion of infinite options, despite being LQWs, low quality women. For those who don't know, you deserve everything that's coming to you if you decide to date women like this.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of factors. Again, Black in the Midwest, opinionated, loud, argumentative. I think I'm just like a lot of things that the dating market rejects right now. And
right now, forever, any dude that accepts that is a dummy. You deserve what you get. If you tell me that you're all of those things going into talking to you, I'm not going to commit to you. I'm not going to commit to y'all. Because that's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit. Who the fuck wants that? Who the fuck would sign up? Matter of fact, let her say it again, bro. Listen to the shit she said, bro. Like, this is crazy. And you think that somebody going to want to come holler at you? Say it one more time, girl.
Everything that's coming to you if you decide to date women like this.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of factors. Again, Black in the Midwest, opinionated, loud, argumentative. I think I'm just like a lot of things that the dating market rejects right now. And
who the fuck want a loud, argumentative ass chick? Fuck wants that? Cool. I'm just saying though. I don't even think a girl will want a loud, argumentative ass boyfriend. Like, what the fuck? You can't figure out why the fuck nobody want to fuck with you? Okay.
And I'm okay with that.
There you go. This is why we don't make our videos for women. The only women who are watching are the female content creators who are stealing our talking points. This is why your favorite female content creators aren't contributing much to this space. They're just repeating our talking points, preaching to the choir. You know what else gets female viewership? The WNBA. And even that's only at 40%. Think about that. Women won't even watch other women play basketball at the same rate men watch men. But we're supposed to believe they're suddenly going to tune into self-reflection. Women don't care to change their behavior. Why?
Why?
Because that takes accountability. The first thing an alcoholic has to acknowledge to get better, they have a problem. These women are confessing their dysfunction, but they're not saying, and that's why I'm working on myself. They're not saying, and that's why I'm single until I change. No, they say it like they're listing ingredients on a package. This is what I am. Take it or leave it. The foolishness.
I think that,
and that's something that I say all the time, man. Like, we all have to mature to the point of knowing that, like, to be with certain people, we have to change certain things. We have to. I know everybody would say, I want to be myself and all this woo-woo stuff. I'm like, if you want to just live by yourself for the rest of your life and just do whatever you want to do, man, by all means do it. But if you want to fucking commune with other people, you have to adjust. You have to adjust. We've adjusted a lot from when we were children to how we are as adults to know how to navigate throughout society and other people and not have a lot of problems. Like, if you want somebody in your life, you got to adjust to them just like they have to adjust to you. Like, people got to stop being so fucking selfish and understand that you got to learn how to maneuver a little bit. Now, certain things you can have is a no-go. I'm all for that. People say having a no-go, saying I'm not doing that just to make you happy or whatever, to make you feel whatever the fuck you need to feel. I'm all for that. But you still have to change certain things. Like, nobody's perfect. You got to adjust to each other, man. You got to mold that shit into one, bro. Because it ain't just coming like this shit, just slide in, it's good to go. No. We got to craft this key. We got to craft this key to make sure this shit work. Marriage and relationships are work. The constant work. You're going to constantly keep adjusting to each other. Don't come in and be like, I'm just like this and you just got to deal with it. Because some people going to be like, fuck it, I'll holler at you. I ain't dealing with that shit, bro. I know I'm one of them people.
I'm so single because I'm not settling. I know what I need from a person, and I know what I want from a person. And so I'm not going to get into any type of relationship just to...
Yeah, hold up, man. What the fuck that girl said? Because her little fat ass, no, I know she ain't over there talking like that.
Or leave it, the foolishness.
I think that I'm so single because I'm not settling. I know what I need from a person, and I know
most dudes would settle for you. Just throwing it out there for you. And I ain't trying to be mean. Most dudes would be settling for you, and you talking about you ain't gonna settle. I'm pretty sure you done had some dudes that done came around that actually wanted to holler at you that was way above your level, and you talking about, nah, I want the top tier. Baby, most dudes, I would settle if I fuck with you. I ain't big up in myself. I'm just saying.
What I want from a person, and so I'm not going to get into any type of relationship just to fill a void or a need or whatever. So they have to meet my needs. And I think, you know, I've been divorced now for 2 years.
Whoa.
This bitch was married. She was married. She had a dude that committed to her.
She's divorced. Keep that in mind, guys.
I think a good chunk of that time was intentionally being single, of just really trying to like be myself. So now as I've like started to get myself out there, now that I've learned what I need, what I want for my life, what I want for my daughter's life as well too.
Oh God.
I wanna
Stay focused, guys. I, me.
You know, I know.
No, fuck that. Kid. How about that? That motherfucker got a kid too, bro. She is saying a whole lot of I this, I that, whatever the fuck. She got a kid too, though. Girl, you ain't really. I wouldn't be in that fucking club betting on this one. I'll be honest with you. They're like, number 32 coming to the stage, blah, 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 divorce, blah, 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 kid, blah, 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 Man, nigga, y'all got that. Watch y'all motherfucker bid on that shit. I'm gonna sit here and watch it. Cause no, that's a no for me, Simon. On some real ass shit, bro. Matter of fact,
Jesus Christ.
On some real ass shit, I ain't even trying to be mean, bro. I ain't even trying to be mean. You crazy as hell, girl. Matter of fact, let me go back here a little bit.
I, me.
You know, I know more of what I want. So I think it's, for me, the hardest thing of the needs to me. So if y'all are listening to this and want a tip of what, you know, is important, I think it's emotional vulnerability and emotional availability is a big thing. I think it's really hard for me as a very emotionally intelligent person to connect with people. A lot of people aren't able to connect on that depth level intimately, like emotional intimacy. And so that is, I think, what's kind of has been lacking. That's made it hard for me, at least, to find that person, because I'd say that's just such a core need. But essentially, I'm not settling, and I'm just, you know, gonna wait for the right person.
Fuck that. Hold up.
It's good to be alone for a minute in the confession room. Niggas is wildin'.
I don't know what the fuck she talking about. She crazy. But either way, though.
Not going to settle. In other words, it's not me, it's you. Classic. She's talking about emotional intelligence, about not being able to connect on that level. This is dangerous territory. So let's put the definition on the screen. Dennis, read.
Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage one's own emotions as well as the emotions of others.
Sounds great, right? Who could be against emotional intelligence? But here's where it gets weaponized. Just because you have emotional intelligence doesn't mean your feelings are facts. Just because you feel something doesn't make it true. And just because someone understands how you feel doesn't mean they owe you attraction. Samantha is using emotional intelligence as a shield, a way to say, if you don't connect with me emotionally, you're the problem. You lack EQ. You're not evolved enough. But let's test that theory with her own reality.
So they have to meet my needs. And I think, you know, I've been divorced now for 2 years.
Boom! She needs her needs met. But here's the thing. She's already divorced once. That's in the 50% column.
And y'all remember when the last lady talked about how the numbers go up even higher the more and more times you get married? Look at it, 50%. first marriage. That's the divorce rate. 50%. You get married, you got a 50-50 chance of your marriage working. Get married again, that shit spikes up to 67%. Let's say you were like, fuck it. Maybe I just fucking struck out twice. Man, look, the third time's the charm. 73% divorce rate. How many? I'm just going to leave it right there. Y'all see it.
And the data doesn't lie. Second marriages fail at a higher rate than first marriages. Third marriages, even worse. So she's sitting there talking about emotional intelligence, about not settling, about wanting deep connection, while carrying the statistical weight of a failed marriage and increased odds of another failure. But wait, there's more.
What I want for my life, what I want for my daughter's life as well too.
She's a single mother. Growth matters. Context matters. On the surface, that sounds compassionate. That sounds...
And she only got the title of single mother because we don't know if she had that baby during the marriage or before the marriage. Because she had that baby before the marriage, she a baby mama. She had it baby while she was actually married, single mother. But we don't know. You got to make sure we got to get up in here. So you got to op in the building. He said it gets easier to walk away. You goddamn right. You got, matter of fact, where my boy at? Where my boy at, man? I always miss his face on here.
You're goddamn right.
Goddamn right. So let's keep going.
Emotionally intelligent. But here's the problem. Feelings don't override biology. Understanding doesn't erase preference. A man can have perfect emotional intelligence. He can understand exactly why a woman has a high body count, why she's a single mom, why her marriage failed. He can empathize with her journey, her growth, her reasons, and still not want to marry her. Why?
Why?
Because attraction isn't a debate you win with logic or empathy. You can't.
And see, that's something that I be trying to get across with some people sometimes. I can understand where you're coming from. I can truly take myself out of my soul, put myself into your position, and look at it from your point of view and understand why you did what you did. But still, though, after I come back, I can still say you was wrong. It's not that hard to do. Like we can say a dude that had his family killed by the government or whatever, by this main person, and he decides to bomb the whole building. Everybody in that building didn't have nothing to do with it. And I would say you're wrong for doing that. But I can understand why you did it. I can understand. And I think a lot of ladies have that issue where they want you to agree. When they say they want you to understand where they're coming from, no, they want you to agree with where they're coming from. Now, I get it. I don't agree with it, though. I just don't. I get where you're coming from. Like, I get where you're coming from. But I don't agree with what the fuck you did. I get why you did it, but I don't calm the fuck down.
You can understand someone completely and still not feel drawn to them. You can validate their feelings and still not choose them for a lifetime commitment. This is what Samantha is missing. She thinks emotional intelligence is a transaction. If I explain myself well enough, if I make you understand my feelings, you're obligated to accept me. No, understanding is not attraction. Empathy is not desire. I can understand why someone ate an entire cake. Doesn't mean I want to marry someone with diabetes. I can understand why someone made bad choices at 14. Doesn't mean I'm signing up for the consequences at 30. Men aren't robots. We have emotional intelligence too. We just use it to assess, not to excuse. We look at her past. We understand her context. We empathize with her struggles. And then we make a decision. And sometimes that decision is, I understand, I hear you, and I'm still walking away. That's not lack of EQ. That's boundaries. Samantha wants a man who will look at her checklist, divorced, single mom, high standards, won't settle, and say, where do I sign? But the emotionally intelligent man, the one she claims to want, he looks at that same checklist and asks, what's in this for me? And when the answer doesn't add up, he walks. That's not it.
I mean, you got the girls in the back saying,
again! Again!
Let's keep going.
Insecurity, that's self-preservation. And until Samantha understands that emotional intelligence isn't a weapon to guilt men into commitment, she's going to keep wondering why the emotionally intelligent men keep choosing someone else.
I don't think I know that I'm single because truly at heart, I'm the problem. I took a lot of the defensive coping mechanisms from my last relationship and I start to throw them onto other people. So truly, like, you don't really want to be with me, honestly.
It's only a slice. It's only made possible by the Spectrum Fiber broadband network and tailored solutions connecting businesses of all sizes. It's only a slice. It's only everything. Get your business free fiber-powered internet forever.
That's the sound of an American oil company hard at work. Want to be a part of it? Listen up.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, and I'm the CEO of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to you joining us at our next webinar where you can...
And then when you think about it, like where I'm at right now at LSU, the dating market is like trash. Like it's kind of just like, excuse my French, but it's a little slutty. So it's just like I don't want anybody. In the same sense that you said you don't want to settle, I don't want to settle for somebody that's dating me and the girl down the hall. I don't want to settle for somebody that I see you at a party or I see you at the club and you were 16 different girls. Like, I know I'm the problem. So if you do that, I'm going to be toxic in return. So why would I put myself in that situation?
Whoa, hold. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna let him say what he got to say, but then I'm gonna say what I need to say too, girl. Because I ain't gonna lie to. She said a whole lot of. Matter of fact, let her say all that shit again, bro. Because she said a whole lot of. She said a lot of shit.
And then when you think about it, like where I'm at right now at LSU, the dating market is like trash. Like it's kind of just like, excuse my French, but it's a little slutty. So it's just like I don't want anybody. In the same sense that you said you don't want to settle, I don't want to settle for somebody that's dating me and the girl down the hall. I don't want to settle for somebody that I see you at a party or I see you at the club and you were 16 different girls. Like, I know I'm the problem. So if you do that, I'm going to be toxic in return. So why would I put myself in that situation?
Whoa, hold up. We all know the only dudes pulling 16 girls in college, Chad and that's it. These girls, they're sleeping with the same guys over and over while parking the guys who actually care about them on the shelf. As we stated many times on this channel, women are responsible for hookup culture and they also perpetuate it. And once again, this woman is fully aware of what's going on. That's what makes these women look stupid. You don't need a fully developed frontal lobe to put one and one together. If we have to go that route, then you're playing right into the hands of the people who say women shouldn't vote.
And yeah.
Take this. I'm gonna wind it back. Because he gave his take, and I don't want to get fucked up by what he said. I'm gonna give my own point on this one because it's crazy. Because she admitted something right there.
Toxic in return. So why would I put myself in that situation?
Whoa, hold up.
I don't want to. And then when you think about it, and I start to throw them on. I know that I'm single because truly at heart I'm the problem. I took a lot of the defensive coping mechanisms from my last.
He looks at that same checklist and asks, "What's in this for me?" And when the answer doesn't add up, he won't understand. She's going to someone else.
Put them onto other people. Defensive coping mechanisms from my last relationship, and I start to throw them. Excuse my French, but it's a little slutty. Trash. Like it's kind of just. And then when you think about it, like where I'm at right now at LSU, the dating market is like trash. Like it's kind of just like, excuse my French, but it's a little slutty.
That point right there.
So it's just like I don't want anybody. In the same sense that you said you don't want to settle, I don't want to settle for somebody that's dating me and the girl down the hall. I don't want to settle for somebody that I see you at a party or I see you at the club and you were 16 different girls. Like, I know I'm the problem. So if you do that, I'm going to be toxic in return. So why would I put myself in that situation?
Whoa, hold.
And see, he went off on his own little tangent. I got my own little thing about this one, y'all. Okay, she don't want to settle for the dude that she actually wants. Because the dude that she wants is the dude that's actually going out here fucking all the hoes. She wants that dude. But she also says that she ain't going to settle for that dude. She's still dismissing all these other dudes over here that ain't doing that shit. I don't get why he didn't hit that point. She said she ain't going to settle for the dude that's fucking around with all the hoes, but that's the dude she attracted to. She going to settle for the dude that you want. You using the wrong terminology right off bat, baby. You using the wrong terminology off bat. You're not settling for him. You're actually getting what you want, but you can't get him because he's fucking with other hoes. You're dismissing all the dudes behind him that actually wouldn't do that type of shit. The dating market is not fucking slutty or trash or whatever the hell you want to call it. You're just attracted to the slutty, trashy ass fucking motherfuckers out here. When I tell you, you start to understand you can control what you want to control, you will control it. She doesn't understand. She has full control over this situation right now. You're attracted to the wrong type of people, but you're not willing to change up what you want because that's what you want, but you're just going to sit here and bitch and complain about it. Like, you want the slutty dude. You want the dude that's smashing all the hoes. That's what you want. But you mad that he fucking other hoes. Look at the other guys out there if you ain't cool with that. No, you're just gonna call all of it. In the university, Louisiana State University, you're just gonna call it all trash. Because the one couple people you want to fuck with don't want to fuck with you. No, it's not trash. They just don't want you. And I'm pretty sure she's participating in that culture, bro. I'm pretty sure she's participating. See, I've said, no, she can't get the dude she wants to stop smashing other 3 or 4. Yeah, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. She don't want to be with a dude that's fucking the hoes. So she want to call it trash. Nah, how about you want somebody differently? And he getting pussy. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. A dude in college, 21, 22, 23, 18, whatever the fuck, man. Like, dude, man, you getting pussy. Most dudes just gonna take that shit because they probably ain't got it in high school. They probably ain't never had that before. And girl throwing it at them, man. If girl throwing it at them, man, the motherfucker gonna probably take it. It take a strong man not to take it. I'm just being real with you. It take a strong man not to take it. Now you get a little bit older, and you be like, man, fuck that. That shit old trash. I ain't got time to be dealing with all that. But like with young dude, that shit, they just trying to get everything they can get. So don't get mad, baby. Either play the game or get the fuck out the game. Play the game and get the fuck out the game.
Fully aware of what's going on. That's what makes these women look stupid. You don't need a fully developed frontal lobe to put one and one together. If we have to go that route, then you're playing right into the hands of the people who say women shouldn't vote.
And yeah, unfortunately, I can take enough accountability to say that I'm the problem and I'm going to ruin that for you.
You ain't gonna ruin a goddamn thing for him. Besides, you're gonna ruin it for yourself. You just probably gonna cause a problem and get the police involved, but you ain't gonna ruin it for him if he's smart.
What makes this episode fascinating isn't that the women are clueless. They're not. They articulate their situations clearly. The men watching aren't confused either. They're opting out for their own reasons. The real disconnect isn't ignorance, it's unwillingness. Women are saying, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. More and more men are responding, I hear you, I'll leave it. Not out of hatred, not out of bitterness, but because modern incentives no longer force cooperation. In the past, necessity created alignment. Now, preference rules everything, and preference is ruthless. That's the shift, not stupidity, not evil. Just two groups optimizing for different outcomes in the same marketplace. And until incentives change, the standoff continues. Listen to all, follow none.
Get that soul in here, man. We got a little soul in here before we get the fuck up out of here, y'all. Look, man, I ain't gonna hold you. Man. I think that was a good one right there. That was a good one. Like, I know we ain't cover these in a little while. Man, bring my oldest back real quick. Like, we ain't cover some of these in a little bit, man. But hopefully it made some people think, man. Hope it made you think a little bit about what's going on. And mainly, this one was for the ladies, man. This one for the ladies. Like, we'll do one for the guys. We'll do one for the guys, too. Because I always try to be fair with that shit. But, like, a lot of ladies, I truly believe, man, I think a lot of y'all need to get out of your own goddamn way. I think a lot of y'all run dudes off and y'all leave dudes. Real shit. Because there ain't no telling what the fuck going on up here, bro. I don't know what the fuck be going on in y'all here. And I've been with a good little bit of chicks. I think I've been with a decent amount. And still to this day, man, I can't really tell you all the shit that be going on up there. Like, I think I'm a lot more down the road and advanced with knowing what the fuck girls be on. But still, though, I still get stumped sometimes where I be like, that don't even make no sense. And I'm talking about making sense from the crazy shit that I already seen before. And I had to rationalize that shit. I'm like, this a new one right here. Now I gotta fucking put that into the catalog. But like, yeah, this can fucking happen. Gotta get right, man. Look, this shit, especially in life, especially if you decide you want to get with somebody, man or woman. No, man, you joining at the hip, man. You doing a partnership. You doing that shit in front of the face of God for those that believe in it. And you making a commitment, man. Don't break your goddamn commitments, man. Like, fuck, you get with somebody, man. Look, it's through the good and the bad, man. The ups and the downs. You gotta work through that shit. And sometimes you gotta take a step back and look at yourself, man. Look at yourself. That's what I said, men and women. Step back and look at yourself and see what you can do better and see if the other person actually has a valid point. Put yourself in their position. Don't always agree with it, but try to figure out where the fuck they're coming from. Because you don't want to go through this world by yourself, man. Don't nobody want to go through this world by themselves. And I figured out the word. It was hermit. A lot of men have been hermits throughout history. A lot of dudes ain't procreated with people and had kids and had a family. So I'm like, man, ladies, y'all about to start coming into that age right now. Like, it's starting to get to that point now, especially in this technological age. Like, dudes about to start getting robots. Dudes about to start getting robots out this bitch, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. They already doing over there in China, man. These Chinese dudes got fucking female robot girlfriends, bruh. Don't get no fuck. Like, we all got to work at it together, man. We all got to be better, man. But look, man, that's all I got for y'all tonight, man, because I ain't gonna lie. I got to get the fuck out of here. I got to go find something to eat because I am not cooking tonight. But, man, it was fun, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, turn notifications on, all that in the bag of chips. Might be here tomorrow. Not sure, not guaranteeing. But it's on the board. It's on the board. It's on the table. But, yeah, besides that, all that in the bag of chips, we up out of here. I catch y'all in the next one as always, man.